Baby Crypto Pig here, and I'm here locked into this vortex of hell. And I'm here to tell you to join old Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing on YouTube partner to sidestep and audible the criminal gangster cartel. Hell!
The new age of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology in the state of the United States digital currency and digital dollar that's going to take place and take over how we live our day-to-day and daily lives, as everything will be tracked and everything will be logged and stored and archived on a cloud somewhere in magical cloud land, right? And everything will be essentially it'll be interesting, but it's inevitable. The laws are there. They're already doing it. China's already implemented it, and they can literally track you from the time you leave your house to anywhere you want to go in China with facial recognition, camera systems, tracking your cell phones, technology, and tracking all your transactions. They know what you transact at all times, and they know where you've purchased and what you've bought. And it's going to be a crazy new era that's coming in, and that's being ushered in by the controllers of this world and the controllers of the United States and the controllers of the people, driving us down deeper into slavery, deeper into oppression, deeper, shittier standard of life, more expensive cost of living. And you can just see it around the world, what's been going on, right? But you can see the Bitcoin price, most importantly. That's why you're all here. But you're going to be forced to listen to my little thesis that I think is happening here. Because that's just what I do, and I appreciate all you lovely people that listen. But you can see currently in the micro time frame, what you got to watch out for Bitcoin is you have critical lower support right here where you bounced off last time on that quick flush, and then you had a nice little uptrend, and now another flush, right? This is a critical 19,310.90 that you have to hold, right? If you fail to hold this level, you're coming straight down to 16,569.06, and that's a big fall. And then if you breach that, you're going to hit these very, very low targets that we have down here. Let's move this more into the picture that we have down here, where you would be getting very close to that underneath target of $13,336, and that was made in 2021 when the price of Bitcoin was at 63,336 and rising, right? When I was making that second double top. So that's what we're looking at there. The all important Ethereum, you can see Ethereum has been getting beat down after we got supported. If we center this more to the screen, after we got supported off of this blue volume indicator area and this uptrending green ring after the great dump in early June that started the crypto catastrophic liquidations and lending companies, that is still not over, and there's still going to be more ripple effects. We got supported along that, came up to the volume indicator. Whenever you see this red, that's the volume indicator. That's the mean of the volume. And when it's the mean of the volume, that means it's bearish when you're coming from below it, because there's a lot of overhead sell pressure that would be up into this area, specifically right where this red is. And you can see we came up the first time, got rejected, got supported by the 200-day and the descending in blue. You got descending line up there. You see that? That's your falling channel. You back tested the 200 and very close to back testing the falling channel, and that held bullish, and then it pushed you back up to the red volume indicator zone. You got rejected again, but then you got supported by the short-term 100-day moving average in blue right there, and then you finally straddled it, kept getting rejected, and pumped through. But as you pump through, you notice up there, if you go down here, the volume started declining after big heavy sell pressure, right? That meant the buyers were being exhausted, and the bulls were being bullied out of the market, and the bears, or the sellers, were taking over the market. And then we had that little rounding top, and then the price got driven straight back through right there, the red volume indicator zone, and got forced down underneath it. Then it came back up after getting supported by a longer term moving average, got rejected immediately right here where you would think it would, because that's where all the sellers are. And then it traded below the moving averages, tried to come back up into here. And when we were down here, we were telling you, you got supported near this green ring and a likely rejection point, which $18,025.69 on this harshly descending blue ring. And look at that, it straddled it and then it dumped, right? And now we're telling you the 1507.58 is your major underneath support that you have to hold if you're trying to get anywhere up in there and try to force your way over and bully your way over this volume indicator that we got going on there that it's been getting rejected by, right? Or you're going to drop down to the next level. And the next level is this blue support zone, which was the same zone in the same area with this green ring that I was trying to get supported on. That would be an area you would come down and try to hold with a bottom end of $11,017.29, because if you failed to hold that, you would come straight down to the next green ring, which is $747.23, right? Very critical information that you're getting here, state-of-the-art, up-to-date technical analysis, and that's what Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing does on this channel. And you might be hearing part of this in over a few videos, because this is about a half-hour video, so you're going to hear it's going to be broken up to get the information out, because no one's going to sit through 30 minutes of my nonsense, right? But you can see here with the Ethereum price, or the XRP price, you're down here getting supported by this lower support. But if we look back on the chart and we zoomed out to the daily time frame just to get a quick synopsis of where we're at in the XRP price, you can see what's been going on here since you had the major bear market, right? And we've been telling you that this bear market's not going to end. I had a track in here, and I might not be able to. I'll put it back on. I don't want to do it right now. But ever since we had this great consolidation at the end of 2020 going into 2021, the springtime, where we rocketed up and climaxed in April of 2021, and then started this huge consolidation, which was a symmetrical triangle that you can see right there with the blue, right? That was a neutral continuation pattern, but old Vincenzo thought it would break down. And back here in 2021, we made the forecast when the price was getting near $1.60 and rising to $1.80-ish or $1.70-ish, wherever it got up into here, $1.06. It only got to $1.20, so $1.30-ish almost when it peaked, but it was rising in a ferocious bear market rally. We had this underneath target that said we would come down here before we touched up there, and we did. And you can see after this big consolidation, what that coil up area, we're going to leave that circle. With this, you always got to look left in the chart, right? That's how you do technical analysis, and that's how you form a good opinion and a good thesis on what's going on. But that area that we circled there in black, this was the 2016 and 17 blow off top, right? And then it crashed. And look how long of a consolidation you had down here in this same area from September of 2018 until 2020, right? In September, 2 years of a consolidation and momentum and a buildup of pressure. Act like a pipe that's got pressure being released and release valves to keep it from getting too much pressure building up and exploding. And then those relief valves get stuck on the closed position and you get all this pressure built up. What do you think is going to happen? Boom, you have a big explosion, and then quickly after it releases, it comes back down again, back to the mean, because that's where it should be. That's what happened here. You had a whole bunch of sellers capitulating out after this big massive run where a bunch of money was made by a few people and a bunch of money was lost by a lot of people that bought in all the shares from the people that were selling out from there. And then they squeezed them out, buying them all the way down and shorting them all the way down. And for 2 years, it sat there in the same range. Yes, it went down quite a bit percentage, but it was in the same general area and finally capitulated, bottomed over here at about February of 2020, right about COVID. And then we had the big uptrend, right? But that's critical to understand how you had that coil up and build up. Now, what do you think is going to happen after you did that? Now, you just like you did back here, you have to have a long consolidation to squeeze out all the money and recoil up and rebuild a base. It doesn't just happen overnight. And that's what this is going to do over the next year, year and a half, maybe even 2 years until we get out into here, 2023, 2024, when I think with the next leg of the bull market can start in crypto. But right now we're still going according to plan. And what you need to watch out for in the short term, that was the more macro time frame. We're in the micro time frame now, is you have your major underneath support. You're on the volume indicator from the top side, the 32 cents to 29.5 cents. You gotta hold. If you hold that, you can still continue to try to remain bullish and get a bounce. But as soon as you slip this 32 cents, you come right down to 29, which is like an 8% fall. And if you slip to 29, you fly. It's going to flush into this area. It's not going to get supported at the 26,756. It's going to flush down and more likely get into that 20 cent range, right? Before any kind of substantial buyers would be there, because that would be a major